everyone. Hi everyone. Hi, it's me, Ilyasa, for tonight of the Charge Room. I am the CEO of the Charge Room, and tonight is all about the men. We are talking about where's hashtag the men's locker room. So we are in the men's locker room and we have some juicy talk because this is a pickup from last week, and we were talking about, you know, infidelity, right? So, with that being said, let me just stop for a second and get some house rules going on. So, we always ask that you like this page, that you share this platform, that you tell all your friends and family about us. Stop by because we are real people that talk about real topics, real issues, and real solutions, right? So, with that said, we ask that you like our Facebook page, The Charge Room. Follow us on Instagram and you subscribe to us on YouTube. And also, we also have a website, www.thechargeroom.com. So stop by, take a look around. Let me know what you like. Order some things, schedule some classes, some one-on-ones. If you need somebody to chat with, someone to help you walk you through with achieving them. We are here. We have strategic interventions to help you become your best you. So there are platforms that we have underneath. One is called Where is My King? Is the men locker room, and that is this platform here right now. The other, and we broadcast on every Thursday at 7 o'clock. But tonight we pushed it till 8 because we had a little bit of stuff going on. So, but we are here. We are here. And the other platform is Queens Must Wear Crowns, where we talk about real female topics, real women topics for the mature woman who wants to think, move, and grow to her highest self. So, we are here to talk about the men tonight, and we are definitely super excited because it's all about infidelity tonight. So, this night, we're going to talk about how does the man after he has cheated on her. So last discussed about how men um you know feel when a woman has cheated on them, right? So this is a continuation, and we're gonna get this party started. So when become a woman, and to have experienced being the other woman or your mate, you know, cheating on you, you will go through some angered emotion. And when it's time to confront, now this is only my experience from listening to from friends and family go through particular situations. What happens is that when you confront the man will always deny the act of infidelity, and then he'll try to run a circle around what you confronted him with, no matter what you present to him. So they will try to make you are delusional. You're a bit what they call crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. You get for listening to your friends. Your friends told you that, again, I know I'm not alone when I'm speaking how I'm speaking, right? But again, when you're mature in your speaking, your heart in a relationship, your heart is here, right? Your heart is broken. Your heart is in all kinds of blood right now. Your period. Because you put a life into a person that you love, and the person that you love has deceived you, has become has become a liar, and has become a person that you no longer know. You don't trust him right now because you are feeling all of these emotions, and he is not comforting you in your emotions, because he wants to run away from what he has done and what you have witnessed, because you're hurting. You're hurting. I'm looking at this situation, and I'm talking about straight busted, just straight but hit me. Well, you don't know what you're talking about, and it really wasn't you. No, you're straight busted. Like, you can walk in your bedroom and a woman is in the bed with your partner, your husband, your boyfriend, whoever you want to call him. We're going to talk about how does a woman to feel after he has now been busted. So we're going to bring a few kings on tonight. So tonight we have Father Wise, we have King Donald, and hopefully we have a few more kings hop on. I'm hoping that, I think from the weather storm that we'll experience at the moment, I hope the internet stays flowing, um, to see what's going on. So, good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, kings. How are y'all tonight?
Kings, good to
Y'all
see
okay?
y'all.
Y'all okay?
Peace.
What's
Peace.
good? What's good?
All right, all
We good.
right. So, so again, this part two, regarding infidelity within a relationship. But tonight we're concentrating on how does a man expect a woman to feel after he has cheated on her. So I know you all have your own, experiences, and then there's experiences that you have encountered with, like, your friends or different family members, and y'all, have your own little book amongst y'all about it. I just want to get feedback on the topic for tonight, and let's um, just talk about it. So, who wants to go first? I should have just named names.
Can somebody mute their phone if they're not talking?
So you're gonna go first, D?
I can. So
Yes, you
first,
can.
I want to say peace to the kings, and most definitely peace to the queen. We definitely,
Thank
at this time right now in our society, we need a platform like this. So I want to thank you personally. So how should a female feel? I've had some experience, and I expect, because I know from my history, females and male are two different things. We're like, yeah, but little do we know, the female is 110% in. give everything they can give, and I'm just going off a perfect personal experience. It's gonna be hell. I mean, you may get a female that'll flip off at that time or punish you for a long time because females are more emotional than men. I'm just speaking for me. We tend to say, all right, whatever, all right, but deep down we hurt. We tend to hide ours. Women, like I said before in the previous, women are the most dangerous species on this earth. And if you get caught, expect the worst. Expect the worst because, like they say, nothing worse than a scorned woman. Because when they go into a relationship, from what I've noticed, what I experienced, they go into the relationship with blinders on. It's all about us. Once something is triggered, and I think that would be the worst of all things to pull her trigger. And I wouldn't expect her to do anything less than to lash out all of her emotions towards me. I expect that. I knew I shouldn't have did it. We know we was wrong, but women are totally different. They can control their anger, and sometimes they can't. But when they let that anger out because of something like this, and this is detrimental to females, detrimental. I mean, to where females can get sick just off of stress, just off of being angry, just off of being hurt. So you gotta think about that. All that bottled up into one is a bomb. And when it explodes, you can only do one thing. Do two things: deal with it or run. Now, you, as a man, as men, we may feel bad that, all right, we did this, but we wasn't feeling bad doing it. We only feel bad when we caught. And when a woman catches you that has given her your all, you in a world of hurt. Whether it be financially, mentally, sometimes physically. But you can't do anything but deal with it because you caused it. We got to think about that. We got to think about, is it worth it? We know we got this good woman, and we're going to do this knowing if she finds out, it's going to crush her. And to me, that is the word. It crushes everything in her. How to get it back? It's a long trip. You have to actually know your woman in order to get it back. It ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be quick. But you are playing with fire. And everybody know, once fire's on your ass, fire's on your butt, you can't get it back. You can't get it off. It's on until it's finished smoldering. Done. So a female's point, I have to get out of my shoes and put myself in her shoes. And I'd probably feel the same way. If I'm the one putting in and got the relationship, I got blinders on. It's nothing but that person. Everything revolves around her, and she does that. That's when you got to think about, before you do it, put yourself in her shoes. What would you do? Think about it, because fellas, it ain't nothing nice about that. It's a world of hurt. I can say this, I've been through it. And I promise myself I'll never go through that again. Ever. Ever. And I mean that. And I don't wish that wrath on anybody. I'd rather go to jail. I'd rather go back to Rikers Island than to deal with that again. And I mean that. I'm just being honest. I'm telling you my truth. If you have something to feedback on or question to ask, I'm here gladly to express and tell you. Sometimes it takes someone to go through something and elaborate and go further and tell the other person. That may stop. To me, it's a cycle. So that may stop the cycle. That's it. Hello? Hello? I know I ain't did all that talking. Mama, hello?
You there?
Oh,
We
so
hear you,
much for
King.
that.
We hear you.
I
We hear you.
okay.
That was very, very warm and touching. I appreciate that. You definitely we got the snaps and the hand clap for that one. I definitely appreciate it. Father
Now
Wise,
Herman can go. I'm still thinking.
no, you still thinking? Okay.
Sometimes
Okay.
sometimes that could be something to worry about.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Peace, kings. Peace, queen. Thank you for the platform. Locker room in full effect. We busting out, getting ready to go through a whole nother year. So here we go. How does a man expect a woman to feel after he has cheated on her? It depends. Like King D said, how well you know your woman. If you know her and she's really behind you and she's allowed you to get away with some stuff, and you've been kind of doing it from the beginning, but you get away with it and you make up for it by, bringing her some all type of a gift or anything, then he's going to expect you to feel after you get that gift like nothing happened. You forgive me, let's move on, let's rock. On the flip side of that, a lot of times we expect the woman to feel hurt, but for it not to last long. And then, we'll pick up and head on that journey, like King D said, and be willing to go. But if we're not built for that journey, halfway through, we may duck out and say, you know what? I'm going to drop, I'm going to go back to the other shorty and just cut our losses. For me personally, stepping into somebody else's shoes and having that compassion and really thinking, because once you go there, you can't back up. You can't. It's a one-way street. No backing up. You can make a left or you can make a right, but there's no backing up. So you got to ride it out. And just in general, sometimes there's a lot more behind it sometimes. If he cheated, he got caught, then it's why. Did he intend to get caught? Did he do it on purpose? Was there something that was done before this and this is the way that he's taking it out? Or also is this a cycle that sometimes, fortunately, the queen may have known about, but felt that she could change him? But just in general and stepping in the truth, I don't like being on that other side. Even though sometimes I've dealt with some females where, what I say, they worship the ground I walk on, but I just can't take advantage of that because I know at the end of the day, that's not a relationship. That's more like a tyranny. And you just straight running the show and you going old school caveman style. Me man, you woman Jane, you do what I say. Don't care about you. Just watch the babies. I go out, I do what I want, and I come back home. I better have my dinner on the table. I better have, you know, my slippers, my robe. House better be clean. And I'll leave it at that.
Excellent words of expression, Herman. Y'all bringing stuff right now. So, Father Wise, let's see what you contributing to the table.
I was actually gonna sit this one out, right? But you sent me a text and I read it and I kept reading it and I kept reading it. And I'm like trying to put myself outside the box and not personalize it and all. But you know what? It's hard to do that. I'm not even gonna say it lie. I look at it, how is a woman supposed to feel after the man gets caught cheating on her? Now here's this guys cheat for like mainly two reasons: because they're bored at home or revenge. Right? That's just for me. That's how I see it. You know, that's just my opinion. Right? Now having the way she feels, like, okay, I get it. Like, and most guys, and here's the thing, most guys are genuinely sorry. When they get caught, they're genuinely sorry. And they don't wanna, they wanna say sorry and they wanna move past it as quickly as possible. And a lot of women be like, okay, fine, we can work it out. But like Donnelly said, that's a long road and they pay you back. They pay you back, right? Even though they said, okay, baby, I forgive you, gonna work through it, they pay you back. And here's the thing, right? Like I said, guys cheat out of revenge or just boredom at home or whatever. Or most of the time, it's just, when it comes to guys, most of the time it's just straight physical. It's just a physical act, right? But with women, when women do it, it's all emotional. And they get attached to the person that was just supposed to be the one night stand because he might say something, I like to call those type of dudes that like to come in and they know you having a little bit of problems at home and they like to come into the woman. I call them all R&B dudes, right? Little Harlequin magazine dudes. Because they come in and say all the right things and they do all the right things, everything you ain't doing, and they do all that. And it's it ain't real. Period. It ain't real. Because first of all, you coming in and you capitalizing off of somebody's mistakes. And how does that even really work out? I'm going to capitalize off of your mistakes. Oh, if that was me, I would have did this. Or I would have never treated you this way. You get those dudes. But then you have the women that do that too. Like some women, I don't know how they're supposed to feel. Right? Because after I apologize and I give you a couple of months of trying to straighten it out and trying to do the right thing and just trying to make you forget that ever happened and you still trying to punish me for it and you still hanging on to it, I'm out the door. Goodbye. I don't got time no more. I'm not doing it. I know a lot of other men probably don't agree or they will try to save or salvage for that, but I'm that type, man. I'm not doing that because I'm supposed to just, I said sorry. I did everything I can do to make you forget it and you still trying to make me suffer for it. Now you can go suffer by yourself. Plain and simple. I'm not doing it. And I know women feel, y'all feel a lot. This is a real hard subject. That subject there, how a woman is supposed to feel if someone cheats on them, if their guy cheats on them. I guess they would feel hurt and angry and upset and everything that come with that, just like a guy would. But I give women credit for one thing, man. Like a lot of women can forgive you and move on, right? Guys just don't have that capability. Me anyway. I'm just gonna say I'm speaking from experience, speaking for myself. Oh, that forgive, because it's like once that bond is broken, it's broken. And it takes a long time to get it back if you can ever get it back. And I'm not, yeah, that bond, yeah, once that bond is broken, it's broken. Because I'm like, and you lay down, if you thought that much and lay down with another man, then like I don't even want to touch you no more. I really don't even really want to look at you, because it's going to cause resentments and anger and all that other stuff. And I guess the woman would feel that way too. Some women do. Some women walk. Some women leave after a guy cheats on them. Like they don't play that. And some women stay. But you know, if you stay and you say you forgive and you want to move forward, move forward. Stop with the torturing and the making it and the trying to pay you back and all that other stuff that y'all do. You know, that's all. I don't mean I'm trying to just stay out the box on this one, but it's a little difficult. It's a little difficult. But I guess women would be like any other human being. I guess a woman would be hurt, disappointed, upset, mad, angry, all of that stuff that comes with infidelity. And that goes for both people. You know, I know a lot of guys, I hear this statement a lot of times, and I really don't agree with it all the time. I hear happy wife, happy life, right? And I just always had a problem with that statement, because why does the wife is the only one who gets to be happy? You know, I used to always say happy man, happy fam, or better yet, check this one out, right? Happy house, happy spouse, happy house, right? Everybody deserves to be happy in the house. No, that's just my opinion on that. That's it.
I understand what you're saying. Kind of went kind of left, but I can read between the lines what you're saying. I can read between. But when I say happy life, I mean happy wife, happy life, because I believe that keep her happy, she'd do anything in her power to make sure you're happy.
I don't believe that.
Now, like you said, men cheat because they're bored at home. You're bored at home, why? Sometimes you have to look into yourself, well, why am I bored? What am I not doing? Or what is she not doing? That's where the communication comes in. If there was more communication, there wouldn't be no cheating.
Some people cheat just to be cheating, bro. You know that. Men cheat just to be cheating. They just do. It don't even necessarily have to be nothing wrong at home, right?
I understand that, but I'm not talking about that.
Some women just do just because they think they can get away with it.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the comment you made about why is it a happy wife, happy life? And I found that, to me, it ain't that hard to please a woman to keep her happy. It's three things: listen, pay attention, execute. That's what I found. And I found, because I can't even count how many relationships that I say, you know what, I'm done and I'm gone. Some point in your life, you have to sit back and say, you know what, it's worth fighting for. If I screwed up and cheated, and I know this is a good woman, I'm going to do what I got to do to get it back. And at the end, if it's not going to work, then I say, you know what, I did everything I was supposed to do to get it back. It was just beyond my control. She was hurt too much, too bad for me to fix it. That's fine and dandy. Then I'm cool. But you're right. Sometimes we get bored. Why do we get bored? Why do we get bored? Remember, it's a two-way street. She got one side, I got the other side. Either we go ride together, we go come together and find solutions to make this union better, So if you say you bored, what are you looking for? If you're bored, you're looking for something, then you need to talk to her instead of going outside. That's what we miss. We missed that point. And now that I'm older, I know I missed that point. Look, I missed that train several stations ago. Not paying attention and not listening. Listen, pay attention, execute. And I found that to be very vital in my life right now. Some men just say, I'm bored. Well, why are you bored? What are you missing? Until you ask yourself that question, you didn't give her the opportunity to fix it. Just like, same way. If she's bored, she should have communicated with you, and she wouldn't have made that outside of the house move. It goes both ways, but right now we're just talking about the woman. We're not talking about us. That'll be another discussion. Us is if you said sometimes we're bored, or we just do it because we're doing it. We're doing it because we're doing it because we're too young. We're not matured yet. But if we're doing it because we're bored, then it's something that you're missing, and you should have communicated. You should have been grown enough and mature enough to communicate with your spouse. Look, man, this ain't going. I'm not feeling this. What are we going to do? And as men, we tend to say, you know what? We take the easy route, easy way out. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then when we get caught, we expect her to accept it. Nah, you better expect her to bring the wrath of God on you, or Allah, whoever you choose, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. We got to think about it. The whole composition of this is, how should she feel? If she's giving everything and you claim you're bored, then obviously something she doesn't know. We are obligated to have a conversation with her before we do anything. And if we don't have that conversation, how do we expect her to act? I expect her to act to the highest level of festivity, if that's a word. And it's not going to be an easy road. It's going to be a long road. But I understand what you said, Father Wise. If you go keep punishing me.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. If you're going to keep punishing me, then let me go, because I'm not going to sit here and keep trying. You go keep punishing me. But I don't want to go away from the fact of the topic is, how should she feel? She should feel pissed off. If she's doing everything she's supposed to be doing, and we still, men have a very short attention span. Some women do too. But we're talking about, obviously it has to be a woman that's devoted and dedicated to her man or husband or whoever that got cheated on. I expect her to give me her worst. I expect it.
Brother K-Wise, King K-Wise. I'm sorry, Wise.
Good evening, peace.
Peace.
Happy holidays, peoples.
I would just ask. So, just to bring up the topic again, the topic is about, how do you expect a woman to feel after you have cheated on her? So you are the um, last king to speak right now, and then I'm going to give my summarization.
Expect the unexpected. I don't think that we can truly measure up to expectation because we don't know. We won't know because she can withhold that in and act like everything is all right and put that in our mind that everything is all right and could be just doing everything under the sun where we wouldn't know. So expect the unexpected. You only way you would know anything is if communication is there. You know, if she's hurt, she can be hurt in so many ways the way she may not want to talk about it. She may want to talk about it. She may not want to talk with us. She may want to talk to somebody else, reach out, express her thoughts with somebody else. So it's hard to say, what to expect because women are very swift and changeable.
That is a true statement. Did you want to elaborate or you just want to leave it right there?
Shoot, I think that nails the head on the coffin right there. There's really nothing else to really say in that manner.
I'm just making sure. I'm just listening. I'm just making sure because I've been writing notes the whole. Y'all have been talking, and this is
Okay.
very, very interesting. So, one thing I'm gonna say is everything ends and begins with everything ends and begin with you. So, um, men, I appreciate the response you all provided, because you can identify how you expect a woman to feel because you can identify how you would feel if someone did it to you. So communication is extremely key, any level. Effective communication is what works because you can say, I'm sorry, but are you really sorry? Are you just because some I'm experienced, some people say that they are sorry, but not understanding what they're sorry about. So it may be one thing you may get a woman that may say, okay, I expect men to cheat, right? Because it's a feel and believe, okay, all men cheat, just like that. They may make that state of they may feel on the inside, can take a person cheating one time, right? But because of that blanket statement, because men cheat. Some women feel it's not just it's the been loyal to you. I have been committed to this relationship. I've been emotionally present. I have done everything that you have asked me to do within a relationship, and still I get this. The compassion that is supposed to be in the relationship. That's what does it for me. Where's the compassion? So to get, well, I said sorry, so you need to leave it alone. Where's the compassion? Because I'm loyal here and I'm not cheated. So for a man to respond with absolutely no compassion or consideration, that blows a woman out the water. You have
Yeah, so we can't hear you. Queen, you can hear us?
I can't hear a word she's saying.
I can't either. She said, yes, she can hear us.
You can't hear her.
Yeah.
I can't hear Alicia.
I don't know. Maybe if she go out and come back in.
That's what
I,
I can hear.
I just texted her. I think she's already in
That's
her
what I
wrap
had
up
to
spell. So she's not paying
I
attention.
can't hear a word she's saying. She was going in too.
Yeah, she's going
She's going in too, right?
She was going
She's
in.
going in. I can't hear a word she said. Woo, boy.
Oh no. Oh no.
Maybe I don't know if she go out and come back in, maybe it'll work because she was
Yeah.
going in, boy.
She was
Oh
going
my
in.
God. She was getting we was getting the air full.
I know. Yo,
Yeah, I gotta go.
like King Dog said, yo, we was on that journey, bro.
I got the grandbabies here. I gotta get upstairs in a minute.
Oh man, leave them kids upstairs, man. They ain't going nowhere.
Hey man,
Grandbabies.
the
Yeah.
same way you feel about your cats, I feel about my.
Oh, whatever. Whatever. All of y'all want to be all these family guys and grandbabies, man. Be a deadbeat dad like me. Fuck them. Right?
Nah.
Not everybody got pussy rubbing up on their beards.
You can't say that on here.
Yo.
You can't say that here.
Pussy
All
cat.
reaction, guys. This is real locker room talk.
Right. This that real locker room talk.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we are still live on the air.
I know. Oops.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh, now you the sheriff. Now you the sheriff.
You gotta keep it PG.
Now you the sheriff, right?
Hey, somebody gotta keep the crowd control.
Oh, whatever.
All we did was, we respond like how a woman would feel. You know what I'm saying? You get a little bit more words than that coming out.
I'm just thinking, how a woman's supposed to feel if you cheat on them? They're supposed to be mad, upset, angry, all that. Like they're supposed to. But we're not. I'm not.
Can y'all hear me
After I
now?
say so,
You
yes.
chop it up.
We can hear you now. Ladies,
After I say sorry and do what I can do to make up for it, I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to be tortured.
Yasi, you can hear us?
Can you hear me now?
We can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
You
Can you
hear
hear
us?
me?
We can hear you.
Okay. So, I'm sorry for that. To be screen, I don't know. I'm telling you, it's the wind, the storm outside is messing with.
We was trying to stop you.
Optimum is not on their show.
We know you was on a roll
because I couldn't hear you.
We was doing sign language, everything.
So, like I was saying, everything begins and ends with you, right? So, just like how you say, D, like listen. If you listen, pay attention, and execute to your woman very closely, again, is how well you know her. That communication is extremely important. And when you have effective communication where the man is actually receiving the woman instead of putting up a block when he feels like hearing her, instead of, responding to this wah, 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 like you, because what she's saying, there's something in it. Really, all of it is coming from her heart, but there's something in it That is a lesson for both of you. um and like I was on the point of when a woman, there are forgiving women that no, that will make a blanket statement, because that's where I was at. They will make a blanket statement that all men, but with their heads they'll forgive you. Okay, well, you did it this one time and I'll work it out with you. Let's, come to, the ring and, tap gloves and, let's relax for a minute. Ask each other, how could we fix this? How could we move on? And if both of y'all are emotionally, mentally present, that can move forward. However, if a man is, if the woman is forgiving them, and the man does not have compassion um, within a relationship, and he responds to her like, "Oh, get over it. Like, I did this already. I apologized. Leave it alone already." And say like it's the week or the next month. Not expect her to get over it just like that, because if she's put time in, if she's investing herself in the relationship, she is committed. She's being loyal. She wants to give her man her all, her whole entire heart. Women will separate themselves from their family, their kids, their jobs, they will separate themselves from anything just to be with their man, to make sure that their man is happy. And for a man to turn around and take respect the relationship, you need a hellraiser. And there's so many revengeful women out there. They're gonna do what by any means necessary to get you back. All of their hurt, all of their pain that you have caused them. Now, that may not be the way to go about it. Repercussions of what happens when you do that to her. When her heart is of blood, sweat, and tears, you have now created a helmet raiser, and then be dismissive. That is like the ultimate disrespect. And I'm just saying that as a woman. You have just ultimately disrespect. So I like how you all again presented your thoughts, and the maturity of it is you are taking responsibility. And the question is, it is this love worth fighting for? Is this love, right? Is it really worth it? So if you say, okay, this situation happened, right, then turn around and say, okay, I'm not taking all of this slack that she's giving me. I'm out. You have created a double hellraiser at that particular point. Because if she see you in the street with somebody else, you anything can happen, like anything, because that residue didn't leave her when you left. That pain is still there. And again, you created a hellraiser at that particular point, and to walk away without bringing closure to the relationship, that what you left that woman just hanging on by her pinky toe. That's just period. Her emotions are all over the place. And they're just gonna, you will get the yelling, the screaming, the hollering, the cussing. And God forbid if y'all had kids. The kids are now the porn. And it's just creates a simple mess. So it goes back to, yes, asking us this question, putting yourself in that particular situation without thinking, because it's feeling good at the moment. is it really worth it losing everything that you built? Um, sorry, are you sorry? Are you not sorry? How do you know if someone is generally sorry? Like, how much are you willing to put into the relationship that you just think out of her? Because it could take years to build something, but it takes seconds to destroy it. So, again, I think y'all did an excellent job with connecting to this topic. Um, but again, as a woman, to go through that particular type of heartbreak, stated, and for the woman is only looking for a genuine apology, hug and kiss and make up. Like, you have to, you have to passionate of how she feels. You have to be compassionate of how she feels. And that's just my take on it. Does anyone follow behind me with a rebuttal, or am I
Nope.
right? Am I wrong? Am I speaking up for the women? Um, I just think communication is important, and you can't have blocked communication. Both people have to come to the plate. Both people, um,
So
because we're bearing this particular moment. It's a lot of crying going on.
so let me see if I got this one. If the man says sorry, he has to be real compassionate when he's saying sorry, if I'm hearing you right. A simple I'm sorry.
No, no,
No?
no, 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 no. It's not he has to say it with compassion. Your behavior, your behavior demonstrates your compassion. It's not the words. Because you can say something all day. It's what comes behind the words. You can say I love you all day, but do you treat me like you love me? Do you treat me like you care? Do you speak to me with love? Handle me with love? Do you respect our relationship? Do you disrespect our relationship? All of that plays a huge role. So it's not just saying I love you with compassion. You have to, compassion comes from your heart, your mind, your soul. It comes from your gut. And if you genuinely care about somebody, you don't necessarily have to speak it. It's your actions that come behind. So if you say, I'm sorry, babe, and then you turn and be like, shh, yo, get out my face the next 5 minutes, do you really respect this relationship? Because where does that behavior come from? If you really care, where does the disrespect to me and my face come from? So if one time I asked a question, the response is like, so what about it? I'm sorry, you asked me to do you something and then you didn't show up. And then when I asked you, like, babe, do you still need help? And like, if you're giving me an hour time span to do something that takes me 7 hours to do, and you show up to my house 30 minutes before there's the cut time and expect 7 hours of work to happen, and I'm like, but you hey, like, what were you doing? You was out in the street, and then you coming at me like about it. Where does that disrespect come in at? Because I'm taking my time out to help you do something, to help you get through something. But you're speaking to me in a tone that is extremely disrespectful, but you are out in the street. So it's not what you say. I'm sorry, it's not just what you say. It's your behavior that comes behind your voice. Does that help you?
I hear you. I'm just
Hello?
listening,
Can
like,
y'all hear?
'cause- yeah, we can hear you. I'm just listening to you because you said, I'm just is, I'm just listening because I'm trying to think out the box here, trying to put myself in a woman's shoes, but that's just hard just because
Well,
you said
well, let,
you
let me let me help you out with that. Because hold on, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry to interject, but just hold on a second. I must say this: when it comes to relationships, and I'm speaking directly to you inside your box. When it's to relationships, a woman is extremely fragile when communication is not effectively delivered. If she has something to say and her man is in front of her but ignoring her emotionally, she can feel that. That's energy. That's negative energy that you are giving off, that you are projecting, that she is receiving. Because what's in your mind again shows up in your actions. So if you don't want to hear it, like if she's even if she's a nag, because nags, even if she's a nag, and you're coming to the room, like say she said, babe, could you help me do the laundry? And you said, let's say you don't do it right that second that she needs you to come right that second, but you came after you was watching a game or something or a show an hour later. So now she has an attitude because you didn't come right now. There's a way that communication can help versus to non-verbally while she's catching the attitude verbally because now her mouth is going. So non-verbally, you threw your hands up. That immediately means you have dismissed her and whatever she had to say. So once you have dismissed her non-verbally, she's verbally, because one, you're not verbally speaking to her, you're not um, engaging her as she desires, and that's because you don't want to be bothered at the moment. You don't want to hear it. But there's a way to respond to her verbally. You can, at that particular point, you can say, you can apply, I can do the laundry. However, because again, just like Dee said, you know your woman. You know your woman. If she says, I need this done, you know if she's the type of woman that doesn't mind waiting, or that she knows you're watching your favorite show and doesn't mind waiting till your show is over, or if she's the kind of woman that knows you're watching your show and interrupts way despite your favorite show. Yeah, that's a conversation that needs to be had, because you have non-negotiables when it comes to watching your favorite show. You want to watch your show and don't like it, but at the same time you feel she's disrespecting your space. However, on the flip side, you have a conversation. Babe, this is my favorite show. When this particular show is on, or it's football day, please let me have my time to do football, right? So then she will automatically know this is Sunday, this is football day, let's leave him alone. But if you don't tell her that, she's gonna bother you. It doesn't matter what's on the. That's where a lot of people get things twisted. They do not express themselves when it's time or needed to be expressed, and then it starts an argument. Then the hands are going up. Then it just creates a mess. If people are on point with their communication, they can do a better job of minimizing the chaos that's in the relationship. So it's like, babe, please respect that this is my day to watch TV. Then, or you could say, babe, I can help you do the laundry, but please, could you wait till my show goes off so I can give you my undivided attention? And people have those conversations as simple as doing the laundry, as simple as could you go to the store for me, as simple as could we go food shopping. Those simple things can create a huge argument and cause chaos in the house because people are not effectively communicating with one another. So before it even gets to talk to the man, cursing people out, see my back, jumping in the car, not coming back till tomorrow, to avoid all of that, just have some discussions. Because at that particular time, you're showing that you have passion going on. You're showing that you having care and consideration going on. It's just being human to one another. People are forgetting the fact that they're human. Everyone has feelings, everyone has emotions, and they all need to be respected on both parts. Am I helping you? Because if I'm not helping, just say I'm not helping.
I'm listening.
Or am I making sense, should I say? You're
I
listening,
just
but am I making sense to you, or is not making sense to you?
yeah, I
Because I
understand
just
it.
want you to get a better understanding of how women can be. But
Well,
we're only a certain way if we're not heard. All a woman wants to do is be heard.
all the time.
If you are not hearing her, right, and just like there's men that want to be heard so much that they take over and dominate the entire relationship, where they have this thing that men must be submissive, and they really take that to heart because it's God then woman. That's the order. But some people OD with that. There's two people in a relationship. Respect each side. Communicate with each side. Let both sides be heard.
I used to have an old saying.
So does anyone have any follow-ups to
I think that I used to say, you can get a lot out of me. You can get a lot out of me if you just listen before just speaking with communication, and vice versa. You know, communicate in anything and everything we do in relationship wise. Communication will always be the major factor of it. Communicating and having an understanding and having a difference of opinion, but again, having agreements being that you have a difference of agreement and talk about it and figure it out, you know. And if it's not adding up, hey, either you go your separate ways or make it work. That's just it. The bottom line. It's a choice. Anything we look at is bottom line is a choice. We choose to say if we want to deal with it or we don't, male or female. The choice is ours. And so I think that, like I said, see that word expectation can be a deal breaker. You know, if you get up there and already expecting something from a relationship you just getting into, you setting yourself up for a downfall because you got to learn that person before you come out there what I expect you to do to me because what I did in my last relationship or what he did for me was this, that, and that. Well, if that's the case, you need to go back to your last relationship. You know, so it's just a factor. You know, I can't. That's why I said I don't expect nothing from nobody. I don't. You either gonna do or you don't want to do. Plain and simple. That's how I look at it. And the outcome is I gotta respect what you choose to do or what you don't choose to do because it's my choice to say yes or no or if I agree or not agree, and then we do what we do. You know, it's all in perspective. It's for just man and woman. That's it. It's just yin and yang. Point blank. Period.
No, if a woman feels a certain kind of way after the man cheats, if that man apologizes and he's sincere and his actions show that he's sincere and he's working and he's trying to fix it and do stuff, and she's still torturing him and still making him pay for everything, time to go. Time to leave. She said something about like people are talking and sometimes they need closure. Yo, you know what closure? Closure is when you decide to cheat. There's your closure. When you decide to cheat, there's your closure. There's nothing else really to say after that, as far as I'm concerned. That's just my experience in the way I'm looking at this whole question. Right? I understand. Yeah, women, of course, women are gonna be upset. Of course, they're gonna be distraught, hurt, all of that. All of that. I wouldn't expect nothing less. But if I'm trying to make it right and you still throwing it in my face and holding it over my head, well, you know what? You could do that by yourself. I'm out of here. Cause like I said, the closure, no matter who does it, the man or the woman, when that person cheats, that's your closure right there. Nothing else to talk about.
It's like saying when is enough is enough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I say.
When is enough enough? So um I agree with what you say in most part, Father. Like, uh but again, like I said, we all are our own individuals and
Hmm?
everybody's gonna if I put it like this here, I've done some crazy stuff to my wife prior to even being married. You know what I'm saying? And to have her forgive me for all the things that I've done, man, that's a special quality in her that I acknowledge. But now let's flip it. If she continues, let's say we working this everything out, but if she continues to harp on me about it because her emotions are transcends her back into the time, and I'm going right and doing forward and doing what I'm supposed to do, when am I going to get that equality back? When will that timeline come when she says, you know what, let me stop because I'm beating on that like a dead horse? Because the more she beats on it, the less it's going to be or harder it's going to be for us to bring back that equality.
Yeah. Women
You know?
don't stop. They never
No, no,
stop.
I can't say they don't stop. I
Yeah.
can't say they don't stop. I can't
You'll
say
they'll
I
never let you
can't
forget.
speak. I can't speak for that for everybody. We can't
Well,
speak
now
that
I'm
for
saying not everyone, but I'm
yeah.
just saying they'll never let you
That's not
forget it.
true. That's not
Never.
true.
Never.
That's not true.
Mm.
That is not a true statement. Because let me tell you this. There's a lot of forgiving women. There's women that have forgiven their man and they have cheated on them multiple times and have 5 and 6 on the woman and they still forgave them. Whatever you experience, that's what you experience. But don't make a blatant statement like all women are like this. No, maybe that's just a person that you have experienced because it's deep out here. Infidelity is serious out here. And everyone doesn't go back and forth. Everyone doesn't have this vengeance is mine thing. Everyone doesn't have that. There are so many women that hold it down for their man no matter what that man does for them. There's men that even bring their other woman into the house that they had children with and expect that woman or wife to maintain just in one household with this same woman he has cheated on her with. That is a forgiving woman. So leave your situation where it's at, because it's way bigger than your situation out here. It's some serious situations going on that is brought to a table. So forgiveness comes with a woman way deeper than a man. Because a man gets hurt. He gets in his feelings. He'll get in his feelings and sit in his feelings. Where a woman take that fire, eat the fire, and hold it where the smoke is extinguishing inside of her, where you can't hold fire in your body. You don't even have enough strength to extinguish that that fire, to turn it into smoke with inside your body. That's where you run. That's where you don't want to take accountability. That's when you throw your hands up. There's plenty of men like that, because maturity refuses to set in. They refuse to take that torch the daggers that they throw at their women. I'm representing the women today, period. So whatever happened to you, that happened to you. But I'm telling you, it's deep out when it comes to infidelity, and men think that's how she want to feel. F her, and they turning their head up and wah wah wah. She don't shut up. She nag. If you wasn't in every person's bed before you got here, just respect the relationship. Respect the relationship. Respect respect me as a woman. Respect the fact that I am emotionally, spiritually, and physically present. Respect that, because men expect a woman to be there no matter what, no matter how much dirt is thrown in their faces. No matter what, they expect, she ain't going nowhere. And then they'll turn around and make her have all of these kids and put things in her to gaslight her. Like, baby, this and that. Give her a few little items that she like and think it's on the next day, and you back in the streets.
I don't think
and expect to come home to a hot meal, a warm bed. We're not talking about you.
You just said me.
We didn't ask you about you.
You just said me. You said most men think like that.
No, I did not.
Okay.
Excuse me. Come out your box.
I'm not. Everything that
It's not about you. I'm talking about men who constantly. Excuse me. You haven't experienced this. This is an experience you don't know much about. So I'm holding you with that. And I'm talking to the man that does this. So since you're the man that does not do this, then you are not a part of this. Speaking of at this particular moment.
Okay.
So then you can't speak on that particular topic because you're not that man, because that's what you're saying. But there's a man out here that are doing these things that I am expressing. I didn't super personally experience every single occurrence or situation. However, I've known and spoken to, mentored, coached, and provided therapy to women who have. It just so happened that I have that type of job. So I had thousands of cases over 15 years that come through just like this. So this is something made up. People are out here suffering from severe depression because of infidelity. People are in wards because they want to slit their wrists because their man has cheated on them. This is real. Not something you toss your hand up to say, well, she's on some stuff, so let me be out of here. I'm out. That's going to get you killed. Straight facts. So this is not that topic you just throw in the air and be like, that's this. This thing runs deep. People lose their lives from cheating.
So
It's on
when
the news many times throughout.
Queen, so what we
Did you
have
say
to do,
that?
we asking like I would be asking as we are live for like men, if you can hear me, send in your views, send in your point, send in your issues, send in your story of how you feel and stuff, and we can address that as a whole, because us three here, we giving our own experiences and topics, but we also would love to hear, we'd love to hear feedback from the men out there. This is why it's called the men's locker room. It ain't just about us. We want to hear from the men out there. Shoot your ideas up to us and the queen, and we'll post them and talk about them. We don't have to mention your name or nothing like that. We'll be discreet, but we'll bring your story to a viewpoint to be heard, because this is a healing factor for all men and women. You know what I mean? This is what the men's locker room is about, man. This is about love. This is about truth. This is about joy. This is about pain. You know, this is about understanding what we do, how we act upon one another. You know, everything is a lesson. It's a lesson to be learned, a lesson to be taught. You know, there's a lots of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on this panel. And I know that there's lots of knowledge and wisdom out there to the people. So I'm asking the people to come back, please. Talk to everybody, subscribe, get them out there, tell them to tune in into the men's locker room, so we can have this broadcasted wide to heal our black people, because it's time. It's time for the black man and the black woman to step up and reclaim their royalty. And it ain't no gold and jewels. The royalty is here. This is the true power. This is the true royalty, the mind and the heart, the building of man, woman, and child. Peace.
Most definitely. I thank you for that. Because it is about everybody. Everybody in our community coming together to heal together. Um, because life is nothing to play with. Mental messing with someone's mental status is definitely nothing to play with. People want to be in love. They want to love. They want to feel love. There's so many people suffering not having love from a child as an adult. They want love. There's many women suffering from mommy and daddy issues. So they anticipate their man to be their lover, but at the same time, their father to give them that extra love and attention, that extra hugs, that extra kisses. This thing is real. So when it's time for us to come together, we're not healing just from the relationship. We're healing from relationships. Because women and men do it too. Women, anytime someone hurts them, that's a hole in their soul. And unfortunately, that women come to man after man after man after man because they want to fill the holes. But men do the same thing. Instead of giving each other space between relationships to fill our holes with love, understanding, compassion, joy, peace, harmony, to loving ourselves, we anticipate the next person coming along to fill those holes. Everyone is putting band-aids onto their situations. It's time to heal, just like Kay said. We gotta heal. We gotta heal together. So if everyone comes out of their separate zones, compartmentalizing their feelings, we have to come together as one to do it together. But each person has to take responsibility to say, I have been hurt and I want to heal. And what does that take? What does that entail? It has to be some goal set. The goal is to heal from blank at this time of my life, that from that time of my life, whatever it is, whatever you're hurting from, whatever hole you have in your soul, go to fill it up with love. Healing happens with love, caring, consideration, love. And that's on both parts. And there's men, because they have mommy issues, they have holes in their soul, and they expect a woman to always fill that gap. So they go from woman to woman to woman to woman to woman, and they are never filling themselves from healing from a child. So it's on both parts here. And everyone has to take accountability for what they've been through. Because what happens to you as a child affects you as an adult. And it's causing chaos in our relationships. No one is healing. So I thank everyone tonight, even King, for coming on. Again, I apologize for the delays. Like, this Optimum is bugging every time we have a rainstorm or a windstorm or something. Now, definitely apologize for that. But I definitely appreciate every single last one of you coming on and expressing, your points of view. Definitely respect it. But the only way we can love each other is to talk about it. No one's talking. They're just running and hopping to the next. And you're not healing from what's already broken. So until next week, everyone have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever your holiday is, Happy Holiday to you. Gentlemen, thank you for coming aboard. I'm wishing you a super high with your loved ones. Love, peace, and happiness on your dreams of, tomorrow and the weekend, because, enjoy your life, because you never know when tomorrow is not here, because people are just dropping like flies, and you gotta appreciate life. You just have to appreciate life. Don't take a day, an hour, a minute, a second for granted. It is so important that we with ourselves and here to love. So, everyone, I wish you a great holiday and a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Always, and remember, I am a radio talk show host for iHeartRadio every single Sunday at 12:30 p.m. I definitely am able to give advertisement for your business. Just let me a holla. We can talk about how we could do that for you. I could do shout outs. I can do commercials and also interviews. So just let me know. Again, I have a slot. iHeartRadio is the number one radio station in the nation, and it has over 5 million listeners. So let me know if you need help boosting your be advertising department. So again, I'm a radio talk show host. I'm a radio talk show host on with a show called Room Show every Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Again, like book, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Never miss another show again. And we're just here because we have to grow together, love each other, and just heal. This is the men's locker room. Where's my king? Everyone, have a great weekend. Bye bye.